Meanwhile, I'm creating this React app. Let me give you a brief introduction of what my today's topic for the video is. So, in this video, I'm basically trying to build a tutorial which will basically is a feature to toggle between two programming languages using a famous React hook called useContext. Yes, you heard it right. Now, if I have to tell you what exactly is the use case of the use context hook, so imagine a imagine you have a multiple component in your React app and you need to pass data from the parent to deeply nested child component. Normally we use props, but when passing props through multiple layer, it becomes messy and hard to maintain, which we called as prop drilling, right? Can we use the use context hook to share data directly without passing props manually? Now let's import the React hooks that will be used by us. So one basically being the use state, then create context and use context. Then we will import the create root, okay, which will render our app element. So now I'm creating a component called main section wherein which will return a element, which will return basically an element that I want to show after getting toggled. Okay, so for that I'll this is a text area wherein with a p tag which will show the my favorite programming languages. So initially I'm keeping it null, then I'm creating a button giving a unique ID with the name toggle language. Now clicking on this will toggle my favorite languages that I want it to show. Now I'm creating an app component. App component will be basically present already, and this will return the main section component that I created. Now, okay. So finally here we will render our app component inside the root using the react dom.create root. Now this will basically mount the app to the root of our HTML page. So this is the thing that we are writing for. Now here you can create a you can maintain this main section, keep it outside in separate component and use here, but I'm just ease for the ease of understanding I am just keeping it here at one place. Now you can store your the languages which between which you want to toggle in defining languages. Now let's create a context. Okay, so first we will create a context using create context. This will act as a global store where our data is stored and can be accessed from any component. Now this creates a context object that will hold our data. Now let's create a provider component to wrap our app and provide context value. Okay, so this is a function. Let's create a function for the provider component that is language provider holding the child holding the children, that is the component where we want to actually provide the context value. Okay, so here the children being the main section. Now let's provide a on click function handle toggle to the button and provide some basic styling to it as we had not given it earlier. Now now inside it, okay, we'll add a function that is handle toggle, but before that we will create the use states necessary for that. So the initially being the on set on for indicating false or true. So based on that, which will show the text which will get toggle, okay, which will be rendered on toggle. So we'll set this to false to true. Okay, initially it's false only, so it will be true. If this set text adding a condition is true, then show the first the index in an index 0, or else show the first element, also like zeroth or the one that is the first and the second element. Now return inside this, we will return the, okay, this is basically a wrapping the app inside this provider and providing the value, context value. So as you can see, language context dot provider holds the value, and inside this is wrapped the children, basically the children here being the main section component, where we are willing to pass the value called text and handle toggle function. Okay, now this provider is basically does the job of providing this context values to the children component, where we are willing to use this, okay, the values. So now we will import it over here, or we will use those value here. Now we will use context to access the state and toggle the function, and toggle function, sorry. Now let's get our value, define the value in our section. Let's get it, and using the use context hook, inside it language context. Now instead, initially we kept it to null, but now we want to render the text, so in curly braces embed the text.